Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Bert's Bike. Today we're checking out my buddy Steve's 2010 Triumph Bonneville. Let's check it out. Alright Steve, so first things first, why the Triumph Bonneville?
Well, for a while I was riding a cruiser, but I just wanted something with a little more maneuverability and a little more upgrade on power because it's been a 650 and I needed something with a little more get up and go, and I really like the classic style. I got tired of the cruiser after a while and wanted something a little more retro looking. I like leather.
Alright, so why don't you walk us through like why this particular paint scheme, like how did you find the bike?
Well, actually I started looking at Triumphs, and as you know, Robert, we were both looking for some at the same time. And this is actually one Robert found on Facebook Marketplace, showed it to me, and I said that's the one that I want because it's got most of the things that I already wanted upgraded on it or changed.
And that kind of happened super fast. We were just kind of scrolling through together and it just like, that's the one.
That's it, yeah. It was between that and 2 or 3 others. One of them was purple. I love purple. I'm a big fan of prints. Black and white's a lot easier to do, you know? A lot of things go with black and white. Easier to do the style. And the purple one's just like a really niche thing that my last bike was purple. I'm done with the purple.
And we can tell by looking at it, it's very, very far from stock.
If you know anything about Triumph Bonnevilles, the T100 or any Bonneville, you can tell this is not bone stock. It is very different. Well, the first thing you'll see is the front fender. It's a shortened front fender, probably a Motone or British Customs. That's what most of the work on this bike is. The previous owner did a lot of the work, and it's kind of hard to feel proud about it sometimes when you didn't do the work, but I really like this bike and I'm proud of it anyway. I appreciate what the last guy did. He put this Dart fly screen on it, which if you notice anything about the Bonnie Bros bikes, the front end's a little bit different right here. Robert's bike has the lowered little dial gauges and stuff right there, but mine has the fly screen that sort of gives it a feel of aerodynamics right there. I kind of like that too. It's not quite cafe racer-y, but it's somewhere in the middle. And you can also see the blinkers right there. I'll come around this side and show you there. Those are the kind you can get off of Motone Customs, and I think they have some on the British Customs site. They're a lot better than the other ones that come out wide right here.
A lot of people call those the spaceship turn signals.
Yeah, they're all right. And right up above those are the aftermarket TEC levers there, adjustable positions there. I have small hands, so I keep mine pretty short. And right next to those, you'll see the mirrors.
CRGs, those are great.
Right there. Ooh, I see you in the camera there. And those adjust this way, that way. They're pretty good. I like them all right. This gas cap's aftermarket. I don't know why it costs 80 bucks. This is an $80 gas cap. Kind of silly, but it's cool.
What about this cover here? Because
oh yeah,
I love this, but I think you don't.
Yeah, I don't hate it. The sprocket cover there, it's blacked out. It's got the 3 holes in it, and I think, is that a British Customs part? Yeah, it's one of the two. They make it. You can get that straight from them as is. I like it better than the really naked ones. So that's kind of compromise in the middle. Also, these caps right here for the throttle body housings.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, they're billet, and they've got a little bit of silver on the top of the metal showing, but they're mostly blacked out.
Matches your fins, really.
It does. It matches out right there. And one thing I want to do is get kind of a matching cover for this side. You'll see this has a branding on it from one of the previous owners. That was his business, and it kind of looks cool, but I think I'm going to replace these eventually with something that matches this sort of aesthetic.
Definitely gives the bike kind of a cool, like, custom aesthetic.
It does. It does have a cool little silverness about it that is interesting. I just don't like that I don't know what the branding means, so I can't explain it to people.
Gotcha.
The aesthetic that I like with this bike is that right there, the black with the metal, and I kind of want to put that in different areas. You can get a cap that matches, or one like that for up here on the reservoir.
Yeah.
And those look pretty cool. I might think about doing that. Coming down here, you probably see another one of these lights and these springs right here. Those are the TECs, right? The
Yep.
With the reservoir, you can adjust the damping down here and the main adjustments up here. I like those. They're a great improvement over the stock, because the stock, a lot of people complain about the stock shocks. They just bottom out all the time. These work a whole lot better. I've been able to adjust them anywhere from feeling like there's nothing there to feeling like there's too much. You know, like there's a lot of adjustment capability in those shocks.
One thing that's cool about the TEC shocks that I've noticed is that to get a taller shock, you don't actually need to replace the spring. They just come with inserts.
Yeah, there's an insert spacer. It's about 1.5 inches long. And these are actually some of the cheapest aftermarket shocks you can get. I think for a good set of Öhlins, they're probably like $800, $1,000. These, I think they come in at around 200 maybe.
Definitely
something like that.
Great value.
Oh yeah, these are the best value, and people talk about these all the time on their Triumphs.
All right, so I'm going to save the best for last, but let's talk about your tail tidy. Do you know what that is?
Yeah, that is a British Customs tail tidy kit. The original fender comes out to about right here, and it's sitting in my garage right now.
Mine is too, in my garage.
Yeah, and as you can see, the British Customs, it comes with this this light back here, and there's also some added quick release for the seat, so you can get that off real quick.
Some cool little sparkles on there.
Yep, and underneath here, see, it's tidied up.
That's awesome.
Yep, it looks
then,
really cool.
Let's talk about this this little branding logo here. Like, this is
That's something that we just noticed. It was different on mine than Robert's.
This is here. There's like a little Triumph logo here, whereas battery. I don't know if that's a stock thing or.
It might be just part of the fender eliminator box back there. Sorry, I bumped the camera.
It's a nice touch. I don't think mine has that on there. So.
Yeah, it might be specific to the brand of fender eliminator, but I'm not really sure.
So I noticed that his bike has the AI delete on there.
Yes.
And mine doesn't have the AI delete. So. Right here. So right here you can tell the AI delete's been done because it's got these blanking caps here. So usually there's like a metal rod that comes down in here. When you are decelerating or engine braking, does it pop or anything, or do you just get a burble?
It's fairly smooth, just a fairly smooth rumble on the decel when you're engine braking.
Okay, so mine does not have that done. And when you're, even on the stock pipes on mine, when you're decelerating, you do get the pops here and there, which some people like it, some people hate it, but I don't know if you get a little bit of boost from taking that out or not, but some people say they have a little bit of horsepower gain.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably just more of a feeling thing.
Yeah.
It's a European regulation that a lot of people remove in the States.
Cool.
I forgot to mention the highway bars, which are nice
bars.
coming over here. I don't use them much in the city, but over long distances, you got these highway bars right here. Allow you to extend your feet, get a good little ride going in.
Cool. What I love about these Bonnevilles too is all the upgrades. I call it like the European Harley. There's so many parts available, and they're really easy to put on as well. So
oh yeah,
literally
they're very customizable.
2 screws right there. I think one of the best aesthetic features of this particular Bonneville that's not on, I mean, all Bonnevilles have drastically different paint jobs, but
the ram's horn design.
Yeah, I mean, this tank just...
That's one of the things that stood out the most to me. Of all the paint designs of any Bonneville, the black and white ram's horn with the gold stripe. I don't know if you can see that in camera, with that gold stripe. And I know on the Gold Line editions they're hand painted, and they might be on this one too. You can see under the cap there. You see how it tapers off right there and the line ends?
Yeah, leave a comment if you know if these are hand painted.
That looks hand painted to me.
I think they are. I think if you take the seat off, which we're not going to do,
yeah,
but there's a signature of the guy who did the painting.
Okay.
On it, I think. So
yeah, and it's just, I love the black and white, easy to do aesthetic. It's really cool looking.
All right, so let's talk about your helmet here.
Yeah, speaking of matching aesthetics,
dun, dun, dun.
You can get a helmet that matches this design. This is actually a popular historic design for Triumph, and a lot of people have made helmets that sort of match it. I know the Biltwell used to make a Gringo that was in this colorway. I don't think they do anymore, but they used to. And also the black and white gloves go with it. Beautiful.
Totally matchy-matchy.
I know. Roland Sands equipment. This I had to get from the UK. They're a small manufacturer that does, you know, kind of cheap Biltwell type of helmets for the English market, and I had to get it imported because no one else currently makes this design.
Okay, let's look inside the helmet because the interior looks very plush.
Oh, it does look really nice. It's got some leather-ish accents there, and that's really soft.
Smooth.
And the color's nice, and it fits really well. Like I said, it fits. It reminds me a lot of a Biltwell Gringo, or if you've had the Torque T1 helmets. They're like the same weight, same sort of build quality feeling, same price point, around $200. It's just kind of noisy, like all of those helmets tend to be. Just wear some earplugs.
This, I think, is the best part of the bike here. And
Which I didn't even notice till Robert pointed it out.
yeah, he didn't even notice. So he's got like, what are these pipes called? British Customs.
I can't remember the exact name because you showed them to me.
Yeah, but anyway, we'll put the name.
They look so much like stock that I didn't know, and even the previous owner of the bike told me that they were just stock. So the owner before him must have put these on there.
They're definitely not stock. So yeah, so let's hear how that sounds.